What's up, guys? Rivera here, Fitness Phenom, coming to you guys with another video. So today's topic: how to get your first dip, or how to improve on dips. Right? So I did a question and answer, and then I had a poll on what you guys essentially want to see my next video on. You guys, I had a lot of response on essentially how to get your first dip, how to improve dips, how to get better at dips, etc. So I'm gonna give you guys some progression, some scaling options, things I want to see you guys work on to help improve those dips or to get your first dip. So check it out, and as always, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out my other videos on my YouTube profile and show me some love. Alright guys, so let's talk about a dip before we talk about any type of progressions or anything like that. So with this dip specifically, we're talking about bar dips, so T-bar dips. You're going to get on the dip bar. Make sure your arms are completely locked out and extended. Knees, ankles, feet together, toes pointed over here in this position. Right? You want to work full range of motion. So you're going to come down. Ideally, you're on a high dip bar so your feet do not touch the floor. Otherwise, bend your knees a little bit if you have to. And then you're going to press back up so your arms are extended. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of reps. Just like so. Right? A couple things you want to avoid. If you take a look at my feet, my knees and my hips specifically, you want to avoid kipping. So as you're coming back up, you want to avoid kicking that rep up. Okay? So avoid any type of kipping, any type of kicking with your feet, with your legs. Right? You can bend your knees again if the dip bar is too low, which is fine. But you want to keep everything essentially nice and straight, working that full range of motion all the way down and lock out those elbows. Right? When we're dipping, our primary movers, chest and triceps. Right? So we're strengthening the chest muscles, we're also strengthening those triceps. Alright, first thing you guys want to have in order to get a dip or to get better at dips. Sounds simple, but you want to be able to do push-ups. Full range of motion with proper form. Right? Push-up obviously is a different movement than a dip. However, you're working those same muscle groups I just mentioned. You're working your chest, you're working your triceps. You want to strengthen those two muscle groups so that we're able to get those dips, so we can become stronger with our dips. So, if you don't have push-ups, don't start off doing dips. Start off with push-ups first, get better at push-ups, and then progress to dips. All right, so let's go over a push-up very quickly. Where you get on the floor, or in this case on a bar, whatever the case may be. Make a nice straight line. Right. Stack your joints. Wrist under elbow, elbow under shoulder, nice and stacked. You're not wide out here. Right. Keeping the elbows tucked in, down, chest to bar or chest to floor. Press back up. So I'll do a couple of reps for you guys. Full range of motion, maintaining that nice straight line. Right, your chest is not coming up before your hips. That's called snaking them. I don't want to see any of that. Chest and hips rise at the same time. Full range of motion. Lock those out. Right. So get a couple of reps of those. Right. If you don't have them, obviously work on those push-ups. If you do, still work on them. You're gonna improve those dips. All right, guys. Second movement you guys want to be able to do or have in order to get better at dips is what's called bench dips. Right. For bench dips, you can use a bench, a chair, an elevated bar, whatever you have to use, right, to get those dips in. Now, this is how we work. I'm going to use this bar right here. So it's a lower bar. I'm going to hold on to the bar. I'm going to grab the bar. I'm going to bring my legs out in front. So I'm here. I'm going to do the actual dip motion. So I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to press back up. Okay? Down and up. Now, if these are difficult, right, don't do them with your legs extended. Bend at the knee. Okay, so bring your knees in a little bit, and then work from there. With bent knees, like so if you're out here, these are going to be a little more easier for you guys, right? So your first option would actually be with the bent knees. If that's easy, you want to progress, then extend those legs and work from there. Now, if you still find this to be too difficult, what you can do is transition to a higher something a bit higher, right? So we have the option of different benches here, which is higher off the floor. That's gonna make the movement a little more easier. It's the same thing. If a lower bar or a lower object, lower bench, etc. is too difficult, move up a little bit. Right? Same thing, try with your knees bent first. Full range of motion as we do with all movements. All the way down, press up and lock up, or have your legs extended out in front and work down and up, like so. Right? Again, that's gonna strengthen your triceps. That's gonna strengthen your chest in order to progress to be able to do dips on a natural dip bar. All right, guys, so third thing I wanna see you guys working on, one of my favorites, one of my go-tos, are negatives. Right? A negative is where you work the eccentric portion of the movement. In this case, with dips, we're working the eccentric, the negative portion of the dip. So you're gonna jump up, do whatever you have to do to get on top and lock those arms up. So if you gotta jump up, jump up. So you're not pressing the movement up. All right, guys, for the negative, you're gonna be up on the dip bar and you're gonna control the descent coming down as best you can. So we're up here, we didn't press our way up, we jumped up, and you're gonna control, all the way down, full range of motion. Come back up, not by dipping up, by jumping up or getting up any way you can, and then control the descent coming down, right? These negatives are gonna get your dips stronger, right? So work on these negatives to get your dips stronger. Out of the 3 movements, obviously this one's a little more advanced, however, this is gonna help you the most, right? So once you have push-ups, once you're able to do bench or chair dips, move on to negatives, get your negatives in, get a couple of sets, couple of reps of those, so that you can improve and get better with those dips. All right, guys. Last movement I want you guys to work on is something between a dip and a negative, right? It's a combination of the two, something that I wouldn't say I created, but I use for a lot of my athletes, right? So you get on the dip bar, right? You do your negative. When you come down, you're gonna use your foot, ideally just one foot, to help you come back up. Now, you want your arms doing as much of the work as possible, pressing down. However, your foot's gonna be there to help you come up. Right? So once you're down, one foot on the floor, try to press up with your arms, but your foot is there to help you up. Get that negative in, foot on the floor, foot is there to help you up, right? If you gotta use both feet, if you're getting tired and you gotta use both feet, that's fine, use both feet. But again, try your best to have your arms do as much of the work as possible. Again, we're focusing on the chest and the tricep. You're not making a leg exercise where you're just using those legs to press you up, right? Same thing, get a couple of sets, a few reps of that. That's gonna help you get your dip stronger as well. All right, guys, as always, like and subscribe. I hope this video helped. If you guys get your first dip, if you're improving on your dips, I wanna see them, show me them. DM me, follow me on the gram, FitnessPhenom21. Let me see those dips. Get your first dips in. We'll get it in a workout, baby. Let's go. Appreciate it, guys.
That's right, you got these. Nice. Let's go. Hit that lockout. Bob is gonna get home. It's gonna be like that. I think, all right. Go nuts, Memo. That's beautiful. All right. I'm trading you in. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. Holy. Hit it lower. Is that a Swiffer? 5, there you go. 6, 7, 8. I said, is that a Swiffer? 30, there you go. Come on, Memo. 2, 3. Keep going. Big sack. 5, 6, 7. Keep it going. Keep it coming. Let's go.
2 minutes unbroken. Easy work.
Keep it coming. 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, Memo. 8. 8. Get lower.
You got this, Eric. Come on.
1 minute.
Come on.
There you go. 9, 50. There you go. 1, 2.
Let's
go, my guy. Come on. Keep it coming. Come on. 5. 20 more. 20 more. 6. Get lower. There you go. 7. 7.
Come on, Eric, just get low.
Come on, Memo. There you go. 58.
Let's go. 30 seconds.
Go.
You got it.
That's close. 61.
Right back up, Eric.
Don't waste time. Go.
Eat. There you go. 62. Eat. 63. Finish strong, Memo.
Come on, what you doing?
Come on.
Go nuts. 65. Let's go. 10 seconds left.
9. Go. Let's go.
Push.
Come on, right back up.
Push it.
Come on,
Push it.
4. 1. 2. 3. 2. 1 more. 4.
Yeah.